my mom, she would come and visit and just kill the mom game. Remember one year, she came to Pioneer Elementary School and brought me a Ghostbusters 1 Proton Pack. I'm talking about the wheelie thing, the backpack, the gun that catches ghosts. Literally shut Pioneer down. Kids were losing their mind. They're like, what? Saddam Hussein's a Ghostbuster? I was like, yeah. I'm a brown Ghostbuster, deal with it. It's one of the happiest days of my life. But then she'd have to go back to India. And that's when I realized I don't want a toy. I just want my mom, I want to be a family. I know, I was very emo. I was like a little Drake. I miss her. Like, when is she coming back? Like, I need her in my life.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I need her. I need that girl. I need that girl in my life. I need her, Dad. She used to call me on my phone. My dad's like, when the visa comes through. That's a big deal for us. When the visa comes through. It's a big deal. I don't care what anyone tells you about our immigration policy. It's very difficult to get in this country. It's not like a broken condom where you're like, I'm in. You don't just like, 8 years. I'm so excited. August 11th, 1993, I'm so excited. I run into my room. I put on my Ghostbusters Proton Pack. I'm standing there. My dad goes, Hasan, put on Indian clothes. I'm like, all right. I can be an Indian Ghostbuster. I put on Shalwar Kameez. I'm standing there, right? I'm standing there. Fine. Door opens. Dad walks through, Mom walks through, and then immediately behind my mom is this little brown girl with a mushroom cut. She just runs up to me and hugs me. Hasan bhai! And I'm in full hover hands mode because I have no idea who this person is. And basically what happened was my dad would go back and forth to India to visit my mom.
Oh.
And during one of his trips, he knocked her up. And I had a sister. But no one told me about it.
Surprise! What?
Remember how I told you how immigrants love secrets? This is a huge secret that nobody told me. He's like, why aren't you hugging her? Because you brought her out like Maury for immigrants, Dad. He was just like, Hasan, you are the brother. I'm like, no. He's like, great dancing. He's like, where's my bug? But I'm like, who the fuck are you? He's like, you don't know me. I'm like, yeah, I have no idea who you are. I hated that brown girl so much. Can I be honest with you guys? I totally understood the wall. I was like, build that wall. I was like a little...
Get out of here!
I get it. I remember leveling with my parents at the dinner table. I was like, look, Mom, Dad, let's just be real. Oh my God, these brown people, oh jeez. Coming into our house, eating our fruit roll-ups. They don't speak the language.
They didn't.
I say we tell them to go back to where they came from. That's just me. He's like, Hasan, you can't say that, we're family. We're all that we have. I'm like, nah, that's on you and Mom. Like, you guys decided to get your Angelina Jolie on and bring over this fob and a frock. That's on you, that's not on me. And I don't know what it is, brown mothers, why you do this to your daughters. Every single brown mother makes your daughter quinceañera dress chop cuts. Why? Princess from here down, toad from here up. I got this shit on the playground. Hasan bhai! I'm like, yo, kick rocks. I go play tetherball. Hasan bhai! I'm like, yo, get lost. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I run into the boys' bathroom. She follows me into the boys' bathroom. It's like, Hasan bhai! Like, all the kids at their urinal are like, what's Hasan bhai? Like, I went to school with like a bunch of Ryan Lochte's, you know what I mean? Just all traps. It's like, I don't understand other cultures, bruh. What is that? What does it mean? I'm like, Hasan bhai, it's a term of endearment in my culture. It means Hasan brother. Shut up, Cody. And I took all that anger and I channeled it at her. And I was like, hey, you're not my sister. But she couldn't understand English. She got what I was saying. She starts crying. She's like, she runs out. And I was like, no. She's gonna tell Dad. I mean, let's focus on what's important here. But she didn't. And my dad, you know, it was her first birthday in the United States. She's turning 5. So for her first birthday, he really wanted it to be really special. I could imagine being a father, like missing your daughter's first steps, her first time saying Dad. Like, that's a hard thing. So for her 5th birthday, he brings everybody in the living room, and he drags in this big brown box. He goes, Aisha, open the box. She cuts open the box and unfurls one of the flaps, and I see Toys R Us emblazoned on one of the flaps. And he reaches in and pulls out a beautiful blue BMX bike. He goes, here you go, Aisha. Looks at me. Happy birthday.
No.
Savage, right? I'm livid. I'm like, yo, when did Home Depot dad become Danny Tanner? This is bullshit. Really? I'm livid. And Aisha senses it. She's like, Hasan, why don't you take it out for the first ride? Lo, you take it out. And I'll be honest, as an elder brother, I felt very entitled to that bike. Thank you. Thank you. No, this is a PSA. Younger siblings, you guys are worthless. You bring nothing to the table. You are absolutely worthless. I see some of you guys getting mad. Like, no, I have a personality. Where do you think you got that from, dummy? Us. Clothes, culture, money. I have opinions. No, you don't. And then you have the audacity to be like, hey, why are you so melodramatic? Because I went to war for you. Mom and dad was my Vietnam, and you guys are like, whatever, everybody loves me, see ya. It's such bullshit, right? Elder siblings, our entire life, don't we walk through the world like, do people love me? And you guys are like, everybody loves me, mom and dad fucked up with you, not with me, see ya. Right? She opens the door, she's like, take it for one lap around the block. And I grab those rubber handlebars. I'm like, yo, fuck that noise. Boom, I take off. I'm flying. I'm like, ah. She's like, Hasan, bye, come back. I'm like, eat my dust, immigrant. I'm flying. I see a curb. I'm about to pop a wheelie on the curb. I hit the curb. Boom, the bike goes left. I go right. And that beautiful blue BMX bike, bam, crashes into the cement. And all the blue paint's chipped off the right side of the bike. I pick it up, and it's destroyed. I hear the pitter-patter of her chupples. She's crying. She's like, Hasan, why would you do this? Anime, tears of innocence. Look at him, why would you do this? I gave you the first why. And I'm looking down at her, and I'm like, man, I'm being a dick. Like this whole time, I was looking for acceptance from Cody, Corey, and Cole. And I had it right here underneath my nose this entire time. I'm supposed to be her big brother. I'm supposed to help her navigate the American dream. I'm supposed to protect her. And I'm out here stealing her bike. It's fucked up. And Aisha hates that story. She's always like, oh my God, Hasan Bhai, you are so melodramatic. You make me sound like a refugee baby to entertain white people. That's true. I'm doing that right now. It's not fair because she's not a refugee. I mean, like, she learned English. She went to an Ivy League law school. She does mergers and acquisitions now. Like, she is the 1%. Meanwhile, I didn't go to grad school. I became a comedian. This is what I do. And then, when it came time for me to get married, I got married to a girl from a Hindu family. Oh, I heard an audible, all right.
Go break it down.
Fuck. I heard you go like, ugh, I didn't punch you. Like, damn. All right, so some of you guys don't know. So Hindus and Muslims are like the Montagues and Capulets of India. And we've been warring for centuries. And I know some of you guys are like, what's the difference? I take yoga, you guys all look the same. So how would I explain this? So Hindus and Muslims. Hindus,
Oh my God.
Hindus don't eat beef. They're
The
like, is that beef?
breakdown.
No beef, right? And then
Don't
Muslims,
eat beef.
we don't eat pork. We're like, is that pepperoni pizza? No. No pepperoni. And then Hindus, they like statues. They're like, oh, this is a statue of an elephant. I'm gonna put this in my car. And then Muslims like, no statues, calligraphy, we're about that alphabet life. We put that in our car. We're different, dude. And then Hindus, they like cartoons. They're like, oh, this is a cartoon Ganesh. Just put this on the wall. And Muslims, we don't really like cartoons. We just gotta get better about our general cartoon policy. And because of these huge differences, we've been killing each other for centuries. And I know they're like the older generation doesn't like those jokes, like, this is not funny, Pakistan was created because of this reason. I know, but I convinced my dad. I was like, Dad, I love her, she loves me. Isn't there something bigger that unites all of us outside of race, color, creed, class? This is America. We can choose. We can pick and choose what we want to adhere from the motherland here. Isn't life like biryani, where you move the good shit towards you and push the weird shit to the side? Why do we gotta adhere to this weird shit from back over there? He agrees. He's like, that's a good point. Fine, you should get married. Are you fucking kidding? That's a Hall of Fame brown dad decision. Are you kidding me?
Hall of Fame.
This brown dad's right here. He's like, if my son did that, I would shoot myself, then I would shoot him. He says yes. We rally the troops. Me, mom, dad, Aisha. We get in the Camry. We're driving into my future fiance's house. And we're about to pull up. We get to the door. And my dad's about to ring the doorbell. And then he says the one sentence that is the killer of every brown kid's dream. He goes, Hasan, I don't think we should do this.
Oh.
Log kya kahenge, bhai? What will people think? And I don't know if you guys know this, but every time a brown father says log kya kahenge, a star actually falls from the sky. Do you know? Mom, Dad, I don't want to be a doctor. Are log kya kahenge? No. I don't want to marry so-and-so. Are log kya kahenge? Why? I bet you when Mahatma Gandhi told his parents he was going to stand up to the British and liberate India, even they were like, Are Mohan, this log kya kahenge, bhai? Stop marching, eat something. The British are going to talk shit about us. Why are you bald and skinny? We can see your ribs. You're being weird. You're never going to get married. And I'm standing there on that doorstep. Wait, I'm standing there on that doorstep being like, wait, you want me to change my life because of log kya kahenge? Come on, Dad. How many times behind closed doors do we complain about racism in our community? All the time. Now when the ball's in our court, we're gonna be bigoted to another community? Come on, Dad, I promise you, God doesn't put bark on bigotry. God's not up in heaven being like, you're racist, good job, that's what I always wanted. No. Number two, you want me to change my life to appease some auntie and uncle that I'm never gonna see at some party? You want me to change my life for Nailanti? Fuck Nailanti, I'm not doing that. Are you fucking kidding me? My life? But I can't say that, because I've played all my cards.
Oh.
So I can't say anything. Now I'm losing hope. Now I'm like, man, maybe this is bigger than me. Like, why can't I be an acha bacha, put my head down, and just do what I'm supposed to do? This is real life. This ain't Joe the Akbar. You ever been in a situation where you're trapped by the time you live in? This is bigger than me. It's been going on for centuries. So I'm walking back to the Camry. Then I hear a voice behind me. Oh my God. You guys do this all the time. And it is Aisha, and she is pissed. And she's like, Dad, I did not fly out from Philly for this. Bina is so legit. She has a PhD. Hasan Bhai is a comedian. No one is gonna marry him. So let's get him married before she changes her mind. She stepped up, she put her foot down. She laid down one of her cards for me. She Phil Jackson that entire situation. She got all these people working together for one goal. And because of her, on January 2nd, I got to marry the love of my life because of my sister. And I can't believe it.
That is so cute.
For years, I resented that brown girl. I hated her.
That
But on that
is so
day,
cute.
on that special day, I couldn't have been more proud to be your Hasan Bhai.
This is good storytelling, yeah?
Yeah.
Looking like Drake.
Huh?
Looking like Drake.